Hello everyone. So before we get into this video, take a look at this tweet here. This person tweeted saying this is a deliberate sabotage of the Eastern Economic Corridor. Many of you will not understand this tweet, but the Nigerian state is deliberate in their attempt to strangulate the EEC, that is the Eastern Economic Corridor. Now, this is what it looks like traveling to the southeast currently, guys. This is what it looks like. Going to the southeast, there is no road. So you can imagine what businesses are meant to go through now. The roads going from Lagos, you go to Edo State, Delta State, all those places have been blocked for days. Blocked, I mean literally blocked for days. Businesses cannot move from one point to another. And we live in a Nigeria where it has been programmed that only Lagos is going to have a seaport. Only Lagos, as in you must clear your containers in Lagos and begin to drag it down to the southeast. And then look at the roads. They are forcing it on the Igbo businesses that you must come to Lagos to clear your containers. But no road for that. Guys, look at the road. People have been stopped on these roads for like 4-5 days. People cannot get to their destinations. You can imagine what that is costing a lot of businesses. Now, don't even think of those who are into perishable businesses. I mean, perishable goods. You know, like a lady was spotted lamenting that her fishes have all died because she was stuck in the traffic. You can see her here lamenting that all these her fishes are dead because of the long stay in this traffic. Guys, this is just to tell you that millions of naira have all gone down. I mean billions, not even millions, because this has to do with different people. It's not only the Igbo businesses, but because, you know, we have a lot of business people in the southeast, talk of Newi, talk of Onitsha. Then you move down to Aba, you move down to Enugu and other southeastern states there where we have real business moguls who are real into real business. So you can imagine they can't even clear their goods from Lagos and bring them down to the southeast. And when we say, oh, give us a seaport, even if it's in River States or in Warri or even in Akwa Ibom or Calabar, they said no, that you must come to Lagos. It's only Lagos that has that monopoly for clearing of containers. And we've been told that 70% of the containers in Lagos go down to the southeast. But see the roads, guys. That is why this person tweeted that this is a deliberate action, as in to strangulate the economy of the southeast. And it seems to be true, guys, looking at what is happening. And David Umahi say he's the lion of the southeast. If anybody should be president from the southeast, he is more qualified than Peter Obi. And look at just common minister for works. This man has not even done anything for the southeastern business, guys. He's busy building Tinubu's coastal highway. There's another one they are building to, is it to Sokoto or so, you know, taking from Lagos to the north. That one is another one that is capturing the attention. But for people in the southeast, nobody is remembering you. People have been making videos about these roads for days now, talking about it, and nobody's paying attention to it. Now, it will shock you that Nigerians now decided to divert. Some of them decided to take shortcuts after staying in this traffic and no rescue is coming. So they decided to divert so as to follow another direction, guys. And guess what? They still got stuck again in the bush. Like you can see here, this person here tweeted saying, Nigerians trapped on the Benin roads are creating extra paths in the bush to escape the gridlock. See the pains and sufferings the people have to go through because of a terrible and irresponsible leadership. So you can see people, they decided to divert and follow a bush path. And guess what? Their vehicles still got stopped. Somebody said they have like 200 vehicles that have been stocked now inside the bush. They were trying to avoid the gridlock already on the main road, only for them to get stuck inside the bush. And you can imagine what that means in a Nigeria that is plagued with insecurity. Fulani terrorists can just come out from nowhere now and kidnap the much they can and begin to demand for millions, guys. And now somebody made another video talking about the flight fare, that because the roads are blocked, that the airlines have decided to increase their prices to as in exorbitant prices that you cannot even think of paying. So you can see where we are, and Tinubu said subsidy gone, thinking that the subsidy money is going to alleviate the sufferings of the people. But see where we are. Rather, the Tinubu's government is busy flaunting new buses, campaign buses ahead of 2027 election. Have you seen many campaign buses? The ones for FCT were released recently. That is how they are flaunting it all over the states, guys. New buses for Tinubu's re-election, while there is no road for businesses to pass, guys. And we also know that, you know, the Southeast people have suffered a lot. 70% of all the containers cleared in Lagos are heading to the Southeast, but there's no road to the Southeast. Guys, this is what people are going through in Nigeria. And when people say, oh, we are being marginalized, you know, they will say, why you are a terrorist for asking for Biafra. They will call you a terrorist. We live in a country where Buhari came and said nothing for the Southeast, and he did it and went. Tinubu has come now. He said nothing for the Southeast, because tell me what Tinubu has done for the Southeast. Nothing that you can hold on to. His first tenure is gone. Nothing. We are now entering the second tenure, and Umahi is telling Dibu that if you want to get a contract, if you want your roads to be fixed, you must vote for Tinubu. Can you imagine? They are giving us condition for our roads to be fixed, that you must vote for Tinubu. Guys, this is where we are as a country. And this is why you shouldn't blame people who are asking for secession, because it is highly justifiable. Because the government won't pay attention to you because you are from the Southeast, guys. Anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notification for more. Thank you. Engineer David Umahi,
the who's on you. It's not going to lion of Ndibo, the who's because hold up more than 3 hours, more than 5 hours. People have been on this road. People have been on this road, no movement. More than since yesterday, people have been on this road, trapped. And you are telling us that we are the lion of Ndibo, lion of Bukwogieba, lion of our father's house. Look at the suffering people are suffering. You can't care. No road. Now it's in a coastal highway, Bukwogieba, your family. You are an imbecile. You are an imbecile. No road to go. Everybody stands still since yesterday, and you are calling yourself a minister of works, minister of coastal road. No, Erogo Southeast Nine 2027. You are a very wicked man, and your generation will suffer it. Look at the road. Look at it. Hold up. Can you see it? Everywhere stands still. Are you seeing it for how many hours? Nobody is moving. Everywhere stands still, and you are calling yourself the idiot. No problem. 2027, we will vote you people out, whether you like it or not.
From Lagos State, from Lagos, 4 hours. But from Benin, only Benin, 3 days. Hold up here, no road, no going, no coming. They gonna tell our president when they can't do road for us, so we dey suffer. No food, nothing. If na pressure go to carry down, the goods never spoil. Customer can't hold us now. What we want to do? See everywhere, we don't suffer for here. Nothing. Motor dey fall, damage, no compensation. They scatter the road, they don't want to do one. So make una help us tell them. Make them do road for us.
We are not asking much. Put this road in order. Is it too difficult for the government to do it for us?
Exactly.
Why will we? Everybody, far distance. Some of us is staying here more than 3 days now. Only road, electricity. That's all we are asking for the government to put it in order for us. We deserve it.
These people here, they have been here for weeks, and a lot of business here they have shut down because vehicle coming from the town cannot longer access this place because of the trucks, the luxuries, and this vehicle going to the east. Some are going to Warri, some are trying to locate Abuja because this bypass here leads to Abuja, Lagos, while going to this way lead to Port Harcourt, Warri, and thereabout, while straight down leads to Onitsha, Asaba, and to the east. And as you can see, these people came, they pull off the major road, the former tar road. We don't know their name. They don't have, the company don't have a name. We only see them carrying workers, lebuke. We call them aboki that do work on the roadside. And all of a sudden, we don't longer see them again. They started demarcating this road. As you can see, they dug all these things, trying to say they want to do gutter, but we don't know what they are doing. All of a sudden, they disappear. And that is why you see people are suffering. Whenever it rains a little, they can no longer access this road.
My point is that we needed the drainage at this place. Without drainage that we go to acquire, we are not going to have peace at this road. Anytime they repair this road, the road will get spoiled again. Anytime they repair this road, it will get spoiled again. In the moment they give us drainage, that we take the water, the flood to acquire river, that will be the end of this matter. That the only thing we needed is drainage here. And they started the drainage and they stopped. They started, they stopped. The engineer they give us is doing a poor job. And I thought that the engineer is a bricklayer, not an engineer. It's just a bricklayer they brought here. They are missing cement to do a road, a federal road. They are using cement to do a federal road instead of them to use granite and other thing. I don't think that the person they brought here is an engineer. So if they can give us drainage, we are going to have a peace at this road.
This road up now, this Tawuchi bypass, if it even reach Sapele Road bypass, and in fact, there is one big hole at the front of opposite Belle First there. So the trucks cannot enter that hole because that is the only way to maneuver, but nobody can enter there because it's only bike can enter there. So imagine that for people that are coming from Lagos to take Los Angeles, we are taking them from here to Gonoba 7,000 naira.
Market not dey go, no food, nothing. Road no good, drivers dey suffer for the road, motor dey fall every day.
So how long this one don dey happen here?
Since last week.
Now last week was like.
Now your worst. It's last week.
You see people for road. Edo State. Edo State. See people for bush. They go on road. Everywhere block.
Push that plate, go for small. Come outside for here.
They shiny. Motor with this bush now past 200. Because no road. The main road block. No road. No road. Edo State, no road. No road. Only one road they pass a whole road. Now block so. Inside bush for Joe now with this so. No road. No road. If you see this video, share them. Engineer Dave Umahi, the hose on you. It's not going to lion of Ndibo, the hose because road up. More than 3 hours, more than 5 hours, people have been on this road. People have been on this road, no movement. More than since yesterday, people have been on this road, trapped. And you are telling us that we are the lion of Ndibo, lion of Bukwogieba, lion of your father's house. Look at the suffering people are suffering. You can't care. No road. Now it's in a coastal highway, Bukwogieba, your family. You are an imbecile. You are an imbecile. No road to go. Everybody stand still since yesterday. And you are calling yourself a minister of works, minister of coastal road. No, Erogo Southeast Nine 2027. You are a very wicked man, and your generation will suffer it. Look at the road. Look at it. Hold up. Can you see it? Everywhere stands still. Are you seeing it for how many hours? Motor, nobody is moving. Everywhere stands still. And you are calling yourself the idiot. No problem. 2027, we will vote you people out, whether you like it or not.
So Tinubu gave money to buy this campus for campaign. But in hospitals in Nigeria today, no ambulance. No any hospital where you go now. Where you go see say ambulance, like you see this bus where they use for ambulance, you know go see am in Nigerian hospital. If you come to hospital and they are referring you to another person, to another place, you need to go and find taxi. In some countries, if there's emergency, they will call ambulance. It will show immediately. But under Tinubu, this man no gave money to buy ambulance, but he gave money to buy this kind of luxury buses and car. Count how many buses did this video. Count how many Land Cruiser they down for Tinubu re-election. Somebody that have ruled Nigeria for good 4 years without achieving any single thing. Only thing that Tinubu achieved for Nigerians is hunger, frustration, hardship, insecurity. And he's warming up to come again as the president of Nigeria. May God never allow Tinubu happen to Nigerians again. May God never allow Tinubu to happen to Nigeria as a country again.
Hello guys, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on whenever you see this video. See guys, we are at Agbo Road and the road is very bad. As you can see, since 4 days, the road is bad. See our road. We are at Agbo Road now at Umahi Bridge. As you can see, this road is very bad. Guys, come see fish. But they're not video me. Guys, see some money, see some fish. See fish. Oh, they're not there. See people money, people invest. Oh God. God, oh. See fishes. All of them not there. See fishes. People money. Because of the bad road. Please, Governor, come to our aid.
No network. I not even know the village I did. I think I just choke up. Just shut down. Ga. Uka. From your bed. My nearest bus stop now. Because more
family will be figure.
This one in another thick forest. Everywhere, no road. Forest. These ones don't want to come further. Everybody is scared for his life. Thick forest. How we dey? The life of the highwayman. Not dey easy.
Of the country. Exactly. But actually, honestly, if you're doing a Lagos to Calabar highway, you should start at Badagry. That's where Lagos starts in the southwest, not from Victoria Island. So when you're building a road from Lagos to Calabar, but the focus is on the Lagos end from Victoria Island, and at the same time, your son feeling that
you're actually being very polite and nice, because some actually said he's starting from Eco Atlantic.
President Tinubu is my friend. I'm an advocate just because, you see, I like his guts. I admit it. There are many people who can read meaning to that. That's not the point. He's a determined person, but I don't like where you're taking us. So you don't stop being my friend, but I would challenge you that where we're going, we're all going to fall into a ditch. So you take on this road. The amount of money you've spent so far literally could have fixed the existing roads between Lagos and Calabar.
Wow.
Right? Put it on the drawing plan that, okay, in future, you would do this, this corridor. Fine. I mean, we're going to use it one day or the other, but it's not a priority. You know, our priority, for instance, should be education, should be health.
The Kaduna bypass will take you hours. You cannot go from Abuja to Lokoja. You can't drive from Lokoja to Auchi. You can't go from Auchi to Benin. The East-West Road has not been completed. You can't even drive from Benin to Sapele to Warri. You can't go from Calabar to Uyo. I can go on and on. Let's fix all this. Can't drive today from Enugu to Nsukka. You can't go from Nsukka, where we call Ubolafo, to Otugbo. Can't go from Otugbo to Makurdi. These roads are in a mess. You need to fix them. So we have enough network of roads that they already existing. Same thing, Lagos, Ibadan. Can't go to Ibadan. There's places you can't go, you can't drive to. Go to Ijabode, Benin, all the. No. So why are we starting new one? And I stand by it. If I was voted into office, I told them in our manifesto, we're not going to start anything new. Let's fix. And that's what I was telling you about when they talk about education, roads, everything in Anambra State.
Match. Not to talk of the billions outside.
Of course.
But only 25 people will determine the outcome.
Absolutely.
The players in that field. The audience, the spectators, usually believe they're better than the players, better than the coach. Oh, this coach, why did you do this? Oh, you got it wrong, this, that. But they're not on the field. They may be better, but they're not on the field. You must be on the field to determine the outcome of that match. That's why I've decided to be on the field.
Fantastic. Fantastic. When are you nominating your running mate?
I do have one.
Who is he?
Ambassador Kabiru Rabiu.
Okay, but it wasn't, it's not publicly...
We're going to unveil him very soon. He's a package, you know, when you open a parcel on Christmas Day.
Interesting. Okay, that's good. Give us an assessment of the Tinubu administration. It's 3 years now. 29th this month will make it 3 years and 3 months. Give us an assessment, especially 3 core areas: security, economy, and electricity, for instance.
You're not being fair. He said, if I don't get electricity right, don't vote for me. I think that says everything. But it'll be unfair to say that everything President Tinubu has done is wrong. I mean, look, even if all he does is teaches you what not to do, right? There's some value in his administration. Unfortunately, that's all we seem to have been learning through several administrations. I give him kudos for what they've strived to do on education, you know, the NEL fund, you know. I think it should be deeper. I think it's too little too late, but it's better late than never. So I really give him kudos for that. I don't believe that there's a subsidy. I think it's a scam. And
you believe that?
It's a massive, I think it's the biggest scam that has ever happened globally.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, it is massive.
Wow.
But I'll come to that. And this whole thing about, you know, okay, I think the priorities are wrong in some cases. I see him as a man who has a large vision for Nigeria, but is unable to actually articulate it. So people, because you ask me, where are we going? Most people can't tell you exactly what, you know, his mission statement is.
Grand vision.
Yeah, what's the vision and how do you want to attain this? So it's not enough to say we're going to make Nigeria great. How do you want to make Nigeria great? Nigeria is already potentially great. It's to actualize it. So he, on power, I think he's marked his script. On infrastructure, there's a lot of activity going on there. But I disagree with and I've said this in a forum before, that, and the minister was the Minister of Works, Engineer Umahi. He responded very politely. He said, I said they wouldn't go beyond Ekpe and for the Lagos-Calabar
Coastal Highway.
They still haven't gone to Ekpe, but he now says they're doing it in phases and all that. Okay, let's assume it gets to Calabar. I should be one of the happiest people, right? That goes to, I live in Lagos and Calabar, and I've done that route many times. When the road was good, it was an 8-hour drive. So maybe with the highway that they're planning, maybe it would bring down to 6 or 7. But that's not the point. The point is, can we afford it? Is that our priority now? And at the same time, you say you're doing one from Lagos to Sokoto.
Exactly.
there's not a lot of attention is not there because getting to Badagry, where the road starts from, is impassable. So nobody's even marking that script.
Absolutely.
You know, and I think it was thrown in for political reasons to placate a section of the country. But actually, honestly, if you're doing a Lagos to Calabar highway, you should start at Badagry. That's where Lagos starts in the southwest, not from Victoria Island. So when you're building a road from Lagos to Calabar, but the focus is on the Lagos end from Victoria Island, and at the same time, your son feeling the
you're actually being very polite and nice, because some actually said it's starting from Eco Atlantic.
President Tinubu is my friend. We're colleagues, we're classmates, and I'm an advocate just because you see. I like his guts. I admit it. There are many people who can read meaning to that. That's not the point. He's a determined person. But I don't like where you're taking us. So you don't stop being my friend. But I would challenge you that where we're going, we're all going to fall into a ditch. So you take on this road. The amount of money you've spent so far literally could have fixed the existing roads between Lagos and Calabar. Right? Put it on the drawing plan that, okay, in future, you would do this corridor. Fine. I mean, we're going to use it one day or the other, but it's not a priority. You know, our priority, for instance, should be education, should be health. You're aware, and I'm not. These are not my figures. This came from the Minister of Health, where the minister said he only collected 36 million naira as capital release, but his budget is about 320 billion. So it shows your health is of no priority to the administration. Look at education. I mean, we used to pride ourselves that we were. In fact, we used to loan manpower to other countries. There's this program that I think started by President Basanjo when he was, when they give, they send Nigerian graduates to support. There's a name for it. It skips my mind now.
I'm trying to remember it now.
And they did incredible things around Africa, medicine, this, and, around the world. So we used to be a net exporter of trained manpower. Today we have the highest number of out-of-school children in the world, not in Africa, in the world. In a world where you have countries like India with 1.4 billion people, China and all that, and you have the highest number of out-of-school children. It says a lot. And there is no concrete program to deal with it. We just say it, We deceive ourselves that we have the largest economy in Africa. Well, first of all, I disagree with that. But even if you did, and you have almost 250 million people, and your economy, why don't talk about the GDP, the income per capita? Because you see, the focus of government must be the productivity of our citizens. Okay, so our CBN today, their kudos is if the reserves are large. So if tomorrow they announce that we have $100 billion in our reserves, we clap. What does that mean? It means that we have more money to import things.
Absolutely.
We're not talking about how to manufacture things. So our entire economic direction is importation, right, and not production. That is a shame. Okay, so the CBN will be very happy to say, oh, we curtailed inflation through our drastic, interest rate regime. And at the same time, we have saved 100 billion or more in our reserves, and we applaud. When you go deeper into that, what you've done is you've built more money to buy from outside. You've increased interest rates to stop production from inside, right? So then you talk of growth. Oh, you've grown 2%, 3%. Meanwhile, your population has been growing steadily in excess of 3%, but you've grown 2%. But before you grew the 2%, you crashed the economy by over 100%, right? So if you were at zero when you came in and you make a statement that brings, or whatever you do, that brings the economy to minus 100, then you go to 98, you clap for yourself, oh, I've done very well. It's voodoo. It's not concrete. It's not thought through. We cannot afford to remain a complacent country because our population is too large for that.
And it's growing.
It's growing. It's too large. If you were a small country, it's more tolerable, right? I went to Equatorial Guinea the other day. They literally import everything. But they produce 295,000 barrels of oil. Their population is hardly 1.8 million people. They produce as much oil as Bayelsa State, So when you look at it, they can afford it for a while as long as they're doing that.
Absolutely.
You cannot afford it. Because you cannot, each thing you purchase from abroad, you've sustained a job out there.
Economy.
So yes, I know we can't overnight become an industrial nation, but there are certain steps you take. For instance, if I said all household electronic items, must be assembled in Nigeria, I've taken people off the streets because you have to set up a plant. You have to get people, and they start assembling. If I say that the government will not purchase any car that is not assembled in Nigeria, I'm also creating an industry there, and I'll certainly increase the tariff on the imported vehicles to dissuade people so that they patronize local manufacture. So those are things. Try to add value to anything that comes into the country. You can't bring so and so things bulk because it must be rebagged here and all that. Look, this is one I find very funny. You take a beer, or Guinness in my case. I drink Guinness. And you look at them, it's made of barley, malt, and all that. Non-produced. The barley is not from here, the malt is not from here. So you want to get high on the productivity of others in Europe. If you can't make your beer or your Guinness from millet and sorghum, right? Then don't do it at all. If we're going to get high, let's get high on our produce. Then you have these folks who bring in the fancy whiskeys, the Glendovich, the this, and say 40 years, 30 years. You know, when I hear Nigerians say 30 years, 40, they really can't tell the difference. And I've done it once in Calabar. I had some guests come in, and I had this bottle that had 40 years, but it was empty. It was a whiskey bottle. It was, I think it was a Glendovich or something, but really nice, fancy. Then I just poured the basic red label. It was a red label. And the clowns that came to my house, when they drank it, they said, oh, so smooth.
Wow.
Oh, you know,
Wow.
they couldn't tell the difference.
Wow.
They couldn't tell the difference. So we're pretentious. So we take
Exactly.
wine, for instance, and they give us the wine, we taste it and swirl it in our mouth. And do we know the difference? You know, when did we become connoisseurs?
Exactly.
But the point is, if you're going to import 1,000 liters of Glendovich made abroad, you also must be involved in a manufacturing here that makes 10,000 liters of a gogoro or whatever we can do, flavored, whatever you know. Let's get high on our resource, not keeping people working just to live a fancy high lifestyle that really doesn't make sense.
Absolutely. Interesting. I'm already.
You're a convert.
I'm already thinking like a convert.
But this campaign must be based on reality,
Issues.
not
Absolutely.
Let's get serious.
Absolutely.
Let's get
Not
serious.
mundane, not trivialities, issues. How worried are you about the APC now and the government it's produced, their management of the democratic space? How worried are you? How perturbed are you?
It's concerning. It's concerning. It's they're not tolerable of opposition, and the myriad of the flurry of cases that are before the judiciary, and that's where the concern is. President Tinubu has said that all is fair in politics. That's his view. I, on the other hand, believe that, well, in soccer, and I like taking the analogy of football.
What club do you support, by the way?
I really don't, because it's too emotional. If you support a club and they're not doing well, these guys are earning hundreds of millions. Why should I take Panadol for their headache?
And develop the blood pressure and all of that.
So I just watch it. And if I'm sitting among some friends and they're for one club, I'll likely take the other club so that I can see them. You know, I can laugh at them.
Exactly.
But I'm not attached to any club. Now, you know, while you're there, and the players on the field, they will try to cheat. You touch them, they fall down, particularly near the penalty. It is the referee that keeps order in the game. In our case, the referee is the judiciary. And the judiciary, lately, they seem as if they're for the highest bidder, right? So democracy cannot function in the absence of a firm and upright judiciary. I'm not sure we have that right now.
Wow.
And it's sad when you generalize and say the judiciary, because I believe that there's some damn good, honest judges with integrity. But like they say, one bad apple spoils the whole bunch.
Exactly.
So I'm not sure. And then the delay in giving judgment. You know, when you were introducing me, you said I'm a lawyer. Yes, I studied law. One of the first things you learn at law school is justice delayed is justice denied. There are cases in this country that have gone on for over 20, 30 years and have not been resolved.
Wow.
So you've got to overhaul the judiciary. But you see, the interesting thing is that it's not that we don't know. We know. Because the politicians have sorted out themselves. They can go from tribunal to Supreme Court in 6 months.
Exactly.
But what is good for the goose is not good for the gander. That's the problem. So if a case, what I would advocate for, because I don't want to criticize without proffering what I think are solutions. What I would advocate for is, if I file a case in court, right, within 90 days, in the court of first instance, you must receive judgment. But so we're not the summary is that we're not taking ourselves seriously. And when I say this and people say, well, how do you take yourself seriously? I say, well, we must institute consequences in everything we do. The reason why things are going the way they are going, because there's just no consequences. Let me tell you this short story. I went to Malaysia at the instance of President Obasanjo. We're looking for investors in oil palm. And I met the Prime Minister then, Mohammed Mahathir, and he took a liking to me. And I was there for a week, and he made sure that every other day we had dinner together. So he asked me to see his Minister for Agriculture because we're interested in oil palm. And I did. And the minister looked at me point blank and said, I can't see you this week. You have to come next week. I'm leaving the country the following day. So I said to him, I'm leaving the following day. He said, well, then it will be when next you come to. And I'm like, the Prime Minister sent me to you, and you're telling me you can't see me. So that evening, I was due to have dinner with the Prime Minister. And he asked me how my meeting with the minister went. I said, oh, he pointedly told me that he can't see me. And he mentioned something about an AFP or something like that, some initial report. The Prime Minister held his head and said, oh, yes, that's true. That you see, we run a system here of accountability. He says we have benchmarks and targets.
Performance
evaluation. And every 3 months, we evaluate you. And if you flunk twice, you're out.
Wow.
So you mark your script. Yes,
wow.
You're out of the cabinet.
Wow.
So for instance, you're in charge of works, and you have 100 kilometers of road to do. And the first 3 months, you've only done 20 kilometers. The next 3 months, you've only done another 20 kilometers. They will assume that you will not attain your target by the end of the year. So they get you out. Wow. So the Prime Minister said, yes, that's true. And it's very important for them. It's a script. And he took over the responsibility of finance. He was his own Minister of Finance. He said, because usually the excuse is that there's no money, right? So I will make sure I get them the money. We all agree on the target. If I get you this money, can you do 100 kilometers? Yes, I can. And you sign off. So in the budgetary process, every ministry, department, agency, every unit, the budgetary sums attached to you as income must be attained. So if you're a director of produce, for instance, and you say through produce remittances, you would have, say, $1 million, and you come up short, you've lost your job. That's it. That's consequence. So these are serious people. So it's not a question of I'm your friend or don't do it again. You mark your script, and we'll all agree that if you can't do this, you go. The same thing with security. If there's a robbery in an area, who are those in charge of security in that area? You have the police, you have the army, because they all have intelligence units. So whether it's Air Force, Navy, and all that, then you have the DSS. When there's a robbery or some crime committed in an area, those people are responsible, and they know that it can cost them their job. So you get up and you want to go even beyond the call of duty, because the responsibilities are dire. But nobody does anything to any DPO, even if the robbery was next door. I mean, in your house, in your home, where you live, if there's a robbery somewhere, you go to your staff, you go to your security man, you go to your helps and all that, even before you come to your children and all that, So we're in a society that pays no premium to consequences, and the consequences should be both sides. If you do well, you are recognized and promoted for it. I mean, if you forestall, for instance, some kidnapping, or you foil a kidnapping or banditry in a community, I think, you should get even if you don't get a promotion, right, or they could promote you to the next stage, they can give you a badge of gallantry or something. And that's why, in American, other countries, not just America, they give you the purple Medal of Honor and all that. It's because you've done something of valor, so they recognize you. That means there are consequences for doing the right thing. And also, if you abdicate your responsibility of not done it properly, there are also consequences. The regime of consequence was started by God Almighty, not by man.
Absolutely.
He gave you commandments, and if you live up to it, you know what happens if you don't. So if we treasure so much the laws of nature, we should adapt them too. You can't have a society where you have all the laws, but there are no consequences.
Sure. Sure. Okay, so what specific economic and governance agenda are you presenting to the Nigerian voters for consideration next year? Maybe just briefly.
Someone asked me what's your priority. I said at the stage we're in now, everything is priority. But and they went on to ask, what's your first 100 days like? The 100-day business.
No, I don't believe in 100 days.
I don't believe in either. But at least you use the first 100. You use the first 100 days to set your agenda.
Absolutely.
And let people know that there will be consequences.
Exactly.
I think it will take about 100 days, which is 3 months and 10 days for them to grapple with that. Then you start. But my focus will be on ensuring that we have, like I said, our mission statement, our vision is to ensure that every citizen is optimally productive. So you've got to address education seriously, and I believe the first 18 years up to the age of 18, that's senior secondary level, should be free. It doesn't mean that private schools shouldn't exist. Elite will always.
The law already exists for that.
So they would exist, but the government has a responsibility to ensure that every child, every brain is trained. An untrained brain is a drain on this nation.
Absolutely.
Our real resource is here, not in the ground.
Absolutely.
This one helps you get what is in the ground. If you have all the resource in the world, look, there's no nation more minerally rich than Afghanistan in the world today. Right? I didn't say more. Look at Congo. Right? It's probably one of the wealthiest nations in the world. Potential. Look at Nigeria. So if you lose this, you will never get that. So we need to prioritize the productivity and getting it. For me, SS1 to SS3 should be purely skill acquisition. Tell me what you have a flair for. If it's masonry, plumbing, whatever. But you leave SS3 with your school cert or whatever, but you have a skill that you can fall, come rain, come shine. If nothing works for you, thereafter, if you want to go to university, go to university. But I'll also go further. I'll ensure that no child, and I'll speak with the embassies on this, is given a visa for education except it's from university level up. So you've got to get up to the age of 18, you want school here. And that would cause the elites in our society to build schools here. Absolutely. You don't want them to go to public schools, that's fine. Build schools, this is a general curriculum. The curriculum must be designed such that you are globally effective. So you've got to go, just as in the past, English and mathematics was everything. Absolutely. Today is information technology, cybertronics and all those things. So you're properly schooled in that. Then because you see the thing, when you start sending kids at the age of 9 abroad, you're deculturizing them. They end up going there, they're neither citizens there, they'll never be accepted there, and they can't fit in here. So they're hybrids.
Wow.
So until the age of 18, until you've attained your secondary school education, you can't go. And it's also a drain on our economy. Absolutely. We're just spending money abroad to these expensive schools.
$2 billion
to let them learn here. And meanwhile, education itself is an industry because there are a lot of people, you for instance, you can do part-time. I'm going to teach you something about journalism or something like that. So you're creating jobs in your people, among your people. I'm going to ask you, what is productivity? If I can do anything that someone is willing to pay for, I'm productive. So if it's dancing, if it's to come and dance in your house and I'm a good dancer and you're ready to pay me for it, I'm productive. So it doesn't have to be that you're an engineer or something. I mean, who would say Michael Jackson wasn't productive? Absolutely. He was very productive.
Even after his death, he's still
productive. Even more productive. Even more productive now,
The cattle is selling for
billions.
$1
So you see, you've got to ensure that all your citizens have something that others want. Okay?
It's commercially viable.
Yes. So education is very important. Infrastructure is very important, but that takes time. But a quick win is adjust your interest rates. We're going to sit down and align fiscal and monetary policy, and the concept of that will be to ensure that Nigerians are productive. So what do we need? We must make capital available and affordable. For me, it has to be under 10%. What are the consequences of that, right? Inflation will go up. Okay, fine. What do we do from the fiscal side to bridge it? You see, there's no discussion on the fiscal side right now from the monetary side saying that you guys are the ones causing inflation. What do we do to stem that? Those things have to be looked at, and we've got to discuss them.
So education,
you've got to work on the judiciary. Within 6 months, we've got to look at the judiciary and do that. Education, but health. Now, health will not work until you have people who have the disposable income to pay for the services. You can say free health, and I hear a lot of governors say free health. It's a good mantra politically, but realistically, how do you do that? The doctors have to be paid. The pittance they're paying them today is insulting for the amount of work and training they got and the responsibilities they bear. Because these are people who keep people alive, and you pay them pittance, right? So you've got to discourage medical tourism. It's a very small percentage of our people.
It's a huge drain on
But it's a huge drain, so it doesn't match up. But all those skills, how do you do it? How do you, for instance, ensure that everyone can pay? I have a few thoughts in my mind on how it can be done. First of all, I believe that literally everyone generally has a phone in the country now, whether in the rural urban areas. I think we pay 14 naira a second. Take it to 20, 25. But that difference goes to your health insurance. Everybody, once you have a phone, your phone number is your health insurance number. That phone number is unique to you, right? 234 is unique to you. That becomes your health insurance number. So you have an HMO and you have a preferred hospital. But if anything happens to you, say I go to Sokoto and I have a mishap, right? Once I get into hospital, whatever hospital it is, they're duty bound to treat me, okay? Because this is my number. I've been paying for it. And all that. Every time I make a call, I'm crediting my health insurance. Now, if my insurance is say 100,000 naira a year, and I have in excess of that, I can gift it to my great grandmother, who's since passed. But I can gift it to someone who is unable or who doesn't make as many calls, or who has a treatment that the number of the credit can't cover. I can gift it. And if I don't want to gift it, it's a brilliant way of putting it under the treasury bills. So I'm earning interest, okay, on my unused portion of the excess beyond my premium. But so you're no longer scared. What does that do? People are ready to invest in Medicare. People are ready to invest in hospitals and all that because they know that you have a huge...
You can actually use the money accrued from that to actually revamp these hospitals, primary health care centers.
So in the primary health, nobody is scared to fall ill. To fall ill in Nigeria today is almost like some people say it's a death sentence. So when you start hearing words like cancer, you're like, it's a fear actually that will kill you, not even the disease. So you've got to, once you put that in place and people see that, they'll appreciate it. The problem is that people do not appreciate why the government wants to take so much money from them, right, and gives literally nothing in return. So if that system is instituted, you'll have a lot of companies investing in healthcare, manufacturing health products. Here, if you go to a hospital, everything you see in the hospital is imported. Look, my brother, if I look around this room, I'm trying to look for what is made in Nigeria here. I won't find it. It's not that we don't have the intelligence to do it, but the system does not promote us being productive.
I'm surprised you've not mentioned electricity, because it's at the heart, at the core of any productivity.
Let me tell you my story about electricity. This is a nation that possibly to date flares 2.5 billion cubic feet of gas a day.
A day.
Now, let me bring that down. 2.5 billion cubic feet of gas is equal to 25 million liters of diesel. If you had a turbine to power all of Africa, it wouldn't consume 25 million liters of diesel. So the word is ganganton, the waste. And we've been doing this for over 40 years. We're the largest single source pollutants in the world. The pollution we cause by gas flaring is the largest in the world. They say now it's down to 1.7 and they expect us to be clapping. Oh, we've done well, we've gone from 2.5. But what does that mean? In the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty.
Brilliant. We could spend hours on this. There will be time for us to do this
worth it.
before. Absolutely. We'll do this when as we get closer to election day. But I want to take you back to where we started from about the team. And I'm glad you used the analogy of the football team. Because I'd asked you what's the problem, and you said it's basically leadership, assembling a team. Just a couple of days ago, I saw a video where President Ibrahim Babangida was talking about how he got Professor Olikoye Ransom Kuti to become his health minister. He was a junior officer, and then was at NIPS, Nigerian Institute of Policy and Strategic Study at Kuru, doing some regular course. And then this guy came in, professor, and he and his team classmates had this habit of when these professors or speakers come in, they score them, they mark them. That most of the time they laugh at some of these speakers because they just more or less spoke bunkum. But that this professor came and it dazzled them. They were wild. And he took a note of that. Guess what? A few years down the line, he became president. And then he looked for him and said, I want you to be Minister for Health. Of course, Olikoye Ransom Kuti was torn between the ocean and the however it is said.
Family beliefs.
Exactly.
And the military.
His brother, fella. Yeah. And
so guys, that was Governor David Duke speaking about leadership in Nigeria and how things have gotten so bad because of Tinubu. They don't care about Nigerians. It's just about them, about their pocket, about what they will get. Tinubu wants to come back at all costs. And they are busy flaunting new, new buses without giving to Nigerians what they actually want. You can see how bad things are in Nigeria, honestly. It's really, really so sad. You know? It's really, really so sad. Now, Rufai captured the video of an honorable who was throwing money, you know, to Nigerians. I think this is in northern Nigeria, but this is not how to fix a country. That you come out and you are spraying money on the road. It's not how to fix the country. Just fix the country for Nigerians. Give us good roads, give us good schools, and all that. I think that's just what Nigerians are asking for, not too much. Now, let's look at more this thing. Amnesty raises alarm over missing persons, police abuse in Southeast, demands justice. Amnesty is raising alarm, saying many people have gone missing, and you know, the unfair treatment of Igbo. They pay attention to Ali Igbo, where the terrorists are not residing, and leave the north where the terrorists are. Voting for Peter Obi is for your own good and the future of your children in 2027. Let's give him another chance. I'm fully involved. Tunde Etnod declared support for Peter Gregory Obi. It's for your own good. For those that who are saying Peter Obi didn't do this, Peter Obi didn't do that. You know? I love being a foreigner in Nigeria. It's cool, especially if you can speak pidgin with your guys. Nigerians are good people. Being a foreigner in Nigeria, everybody respects you. Pakistani man sounds in netizens with his perfect English pidgin.
Go along with you and everything. But the trick in all this is if you know how to speak pidgin. Bro, if you dey follow your guy talk, say how far now? Hope say you don't chop this morning. How far? Hope your life dey well. Your guy dey for you. I be something like that.
So let's take a look at more headlines. What exactly are they asking Nigerians to vote for? Kwankwaso knocks APC council over Tinubu's state government. Honestly, Kwankwaso, this one is a very hard knock. What do you want Nigerians to vote for? What exactly are you asking Nigeria? This one really is sick. As in, Kwankwaso is asking Tinubu, what exactly do you want Nigerians to vote for? I don't even know the village we are in. There is no network at all. Driver laments while traveling through Agbo, Edo yesterday as they attempted to navigate alternative routes to bypass the gridlock. So this is exactly what we are saying, you know. People are going through hell in Nigeria, honestly. People are really going through hell. Anyway, I'm going to stop here. Let me know what you think about all these experiences coming from Nigerians. NDC's campaign is gaining momentum and message is resonating across Nigeria. Okay, 2027, Nigeria will be okay. Nigeria will be okay. Nigeria will be okay, guys. This is so this is actually 2027 election and it's really gaining weight so much. Killing Governor Fuan has failed Plateau People's security analyst. He has really failed. He's now wearing on your mandate cap. Chai, people of Benue. People of Plateau and Benue. APC just made Abdulaziz Yari campaign DG and thinks that's enough to force Tinubu on us. Nigerians, no, not your party hierarchy will have the final say. No campaign structure, no matter how loud or expensive, can replace the real reason for voters to renew their trust, guys. These people, the people are watching. You see, Tinubu is busy bringing in the bad people, the people who were accused to have embezzled money and accused of one thing or the other. They are the ones Tinubu is bringing back. My dear Nigerians, if you see me endorsing any politician, just look away. Don't insult or drag me. I have gone to look for my daily bread. Try to understand. This person is saying, if you see me endorsing any politician, just know that I'm looking for means of survival. Okay. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about these headlines that I've read out. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Guys, the Igbo business people are calling out Dave Umahi. This man is a very big disappointment to the Igbo. He said he's the lion of the Southeast. If anybody should be president from the Southeast, it should be David Umahi. But see, common minister of works that was given to him, he cannot even be very intentional to work for Nigerians. Now, this is the state of rules that businesses have got to apply, guys. Businesses have to follow this route, especially businesses from the Southeast and other parts of the country. Guys, you can imagine people are stuck in this road for days without movement. Now, many people's perishable items have started getting rotten and all that. I'm going to show you some of the videos just for you to see. Like this person here said, this is a deliberate sabotage of its Eastern Economic Corridor. Many of you will not understand this tweet, but the Nigerian state is deliberate in their attempt to strangulate the EEC, that's the Eastern Economic Corridor. This person is saying that the state of this road is an intentional, deliberate action. Because see, this road from Lagos to the Onitsha, it's never in a good shape, guys. It's never in a good shape. And now, Peter Obi was telling them, why not fix the old roads? You are embarking on new roads for Lagos and leaving old roads for the Southeast, where you know many businesses are already existing. Tinubu refused to pay attention. David Umahi refused to pay attention. Now, people are meant to spend days on this road with the level of insecurity in Nigeria. I mean, goods cannot move from one point to another. Now, another thing that is also troubling is many people whose goods are in Lagos. You have to come to Lagos to come and clear your container before taking them to the Southeast, guys. And this road has been blocked now for days. I mean, for days, you can't move, you can't move. So this person is saying that they are intentionally, strangulating the economy for the Southeasterners because people's goods cannot move. People's services cannot move from one point to another. You know what is costing the region at the moment, guys. We all know that there have been many calls for the government to establish a seaport that is close to the Southeast. They refused. Recently, there was a debate. Lagos refused. The Lagos state refused. They kicked against it because they wanted to lessen the burden on Lagos seaports, clearing goods in Lagos, as in lessen the burden so that some of the burden can go to maybe Warri or whether Cross River or Akwa Ibom or any other rivers. They said no. But now look at it. You must go to Lagos to clear your container, but there is no road to take it to your destination. Guys, these are some of the things that we keep asking. When are we going to put tribalism by the corner and just do things to make Nigeria work for the good of everybody? Now, to even shock you, people have started diverting. People decided to enter the bush and clear the bushes to make road for themselves, since the government is not coming to clear the gridlock. So some vehicles decided to enter the bush, but guess what? They still got stuck. They got stuck inside the bush because the soil there is muddy. So some of the vehicles were like sinking into the mud. But guys, this is what Nigerians have got to go through because of poor leadership. Like you can see, this person here is actually tweeted about it, and he says here, Nigerians trapped on the Benin roads are creating extra paths in the bush to escape the gridlock. See the pains and sufferings the people have to go through because of a terrible and irresponsible leadership. You see, Nigerians decided to divert. They want to take short corner and see if they can come out to where the road is clear. But guess what? Somebody said about 200 vehicles got stuck inside the bush because they were trying to see if they can get a shortcut to divert, as in to escape the traffic. Guys, now I'm going to show you. This woman is crying because the fishes, they are into fishery, You can see all their fishes got spoiled, dead, because they've been stuck in this hold up for days. Guys, this is what businesses are going through. And guess what? The APC is flaunting new buses. New buses for the FCT, new buses for every state now. The APC is busy flaunting new buses for Tinubu's campaign. But this road, you see, people have been lamenting about this road for the last 2 weeks now. The government has not come out to even address Nigerians. The Minister for Works cannot even deem it necessary to come out and address Nigerians as, okay, we have seen the concern, we are doing something, this is what we, or even send people to come and clear the gridlock. The road is stopped. You can't go forward, you can't go backward. People are stuck in this road. And you can also imagine the impact on businesses like those in Enugu, Nnewi, Onitsha, Aba. These are where real businesses in the southeast are situated. And there is no road to even connect these businesses to maybe Lagos and other places. And you can imagine how much losses businesses are running into because of this road that has been blocked now for days. Even before this Osun election, people have been talking about this road, how blocked it is. And still, they gathered all the governors to Osun State and they were defeated. Now they've gone home. They are not even listening to Nigerians. Guys, if you are preparing to vote the APC, you will hate this country. With this level of docility, they don't care about the people. Now, I'm going to let you listen to what Peter Obi once said about road. And then you're also going to listen to what former governor David Duke said about Tinubu abandoning roads and building coastal highway, because it has to do with, Tinubu is building that road because we heard it connects with his estate. And that's why he's paying much attention, spending trillions on that road. And then taxpayers are crying that you fix the one that will enable their businesses to thrive. You said no. You are building the coastal road that is not enabling any business now. Now the one that is enabling businesses that are paying taxes, you are still denying them privilege of the road being fixed. Guys, take your time, watch this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notification for more. Thank you.